Hi, it's Paul Sackett, Good News Planet. I'm speaking with Shane Bitney Crone. Hi, Shane. How are you?
Hey, Paul. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story here with us at Good News. Mutual friend let us know that you're involved with a project to help people learn about, I guess, the ups and downs in life, right?
Right. Yeah. It's one of those
Give us
things.
a little bit of background about yourself and what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Montana, and I moved to Los Angeles, and but it was about like 2004 after high school I moved here, and I wanted to pursue a career in the entertainment industry, and it's in LA where I met my partner, Tom Bridegroom. But what happened is about a little over a year ago, Tom was photographing one of our best friends on her rooftop, and he got too close to the edge, and he lost his balance, and he fell 4 stories onto a cement patio, and he died. But because we weren't able to marry, and because we didn't take the steps necessary that we should have, like the legal steps, I had no say in honoring his final wishes. And so even though we were together for almost 6 years, we bought a home, we started a business, adopted a dog together. I was essentially powerless, and his family took his body back to Indiana, where he's from, and even though he no longer considered Indiana his home. And then I made travel arrangements to go to his funeral, but it was during a layover that I received a phone call from one of his relatives letting me know that if I showed up, I would be attacked. So fearing for my safety, I didn't get to be there and say my final goodbye.
Wow, so sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Yeah, these are emotional issues, family involvements. I guess there's a legal system to a certain degree in this country, right?
Right.
Even though this is, your story, there's many people that, pass without this, whether it's, no matter who you are, whether it's legal or illegal, or not illegal, if it's whatever the situation is.
Right.
Many people have a difficulty at this moment unless they're kind of almost stated the way they want to pass away.
Right. And yeah, so what happened is I made a YouTube video that I posted on the anniversary of his passing, and it's titled "It Could Happen to You," because like you just said, that this really could happen to anyone, gay or straight. That if you aren't prepared for the unexpected, then things can get really, really ugly. And that's how this opportunity to turn our story into a documentary has happened, is because I posted that YouTube video, and it went viral, and it's been seen by almost 3 million people now. And now since then I've partnered with Linda Bloodworth-Thomason to make this documentary, and right now we're raising money on Kickstarter.com to make this happen.
So now tell us what that means. Tell
Yeah.
us first what Kickstarter is, and how you're able to raise money, and about how much money you need to create the video, and how it all works.
Right. Yeah. Well, Kickstarter.com is like a crowdfunding site. So you post your project. If you want to make a documentary, you set an amount that you want to raise, and then you have a set time period to raise the money. And if you don't reach your goal, you lose all of the pledges. And our goal is to raise $300,000, and we've already raised almost over $190,000. But we do only have about 11 days left to reach our goal. And so I definitely have faith that we can do it. And it's been so amazing to see how many people support this project and support the film. Because the thing with my posting the YouTube video, I heard from literally like thousands of people from all over the world, and that they said watching my YouTube video and hearing the story, it actually changed their view of like marriage equality. And that's a pretty amazing thing. And I just really think that we can have the same impact of the YouTube video, but on a much larger scale by making this film. And I just, I think it would be a wonderful thing to do.
It's pretty amazing that his last name is Bridegroom.
Yeah, it's funny. I never really thought about it until people, brought it to my attention after he passed, and it's one of those things that you can't help but think that, maybe this is all part of a bigger plan than, I ever could have imagined.
I imagine it is. Actually, I'm an interfaith minister and spiritual minister, and actually looking forward to conducting a ceremony for a gay or GBLT or the whole community, because love is love, and I love when I see love. So,
wow. That's
and
incredible.
we all need to be able to share it. And in essence, this is really the agreement between two people. Really has nothing to do with politics, but in essence, the lifestyle or what we're allowed to do is a political decision, I guess.
Right.
And so on. So, what will Bridegroom the movie? What is the concept of it? I know both of the people who are involved here, and they're great producers. And so, what will the movie have in it?
Yeah, basically, after posting a YouTube video, I heard from thousands, not only that support it, but that they've actually gone through similar experiences. So in a way, the documentary, it's going to be telling, my story and, our story, Tom and our lives, just starting from the beginning. But in a way, all the struggles that we've faced, kind of represent everyone out there who's ever been, ostracized or condemned for just being who they are and loving who they love. So this film will be for them, and it will be for Tom. And it's still just, I'm still in shock that all of this has happened, but I'm just so grateful.
As a couple, how was life for you both overall? Were you ostracized while a couple? You didn't mind me asking?
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, we were never really that vocal about our relationship. We were very private, and we definitely never tried to shove our sexuality in anyone's faces. But a lot of the struggles that we faced were, for example, when Tom came out to his family, they were furious, and his dad actually pulled a gun on him, and they told him that everything that he's ever done, all of his accomplishments meant nothing now, and they blame me for making him gay. And so it's hard enough just accepting who you are, but if your own family doesn't completely support you and love you for who you are, then it's really hard to find peace. And fortunately, I have a family that supported us, and they were just happy that I was happy. And it's just a lot of lessons learned here, but I am definitely so grateful for my family after Tom passed, because they've been there for me.
How about the friends? In addition to the family, the support has been good for you.
Yeah, I mean, when something like this happens, you really see, who your true friends are, and I'm so blessed to have a lot of wonderful friends. But the other thing, by posting the YouTube video and sharing the story, I do have a lot of people that support me, but there are also a ton of people that don't support what I'm doing, and they don't think I should share my story. So I've actually received thousands of messages basically saying that, my relationship with Tom was a sin, and I will be joining Tom in hell, is what I've been told. So, I definitely, I don't take it to heart, but it's just all the more reason for me to do what I can to change, and just to make marriage equality a reality.
if you would have been married, and say the state of you were in California,
right?
And if you were able to have been married, would much have changed, do you think, in your lives together?
It's there's a lot of rights that come along with marriage, but for me the most important thing that would have been different is I would have been able to honor his final wishes, and I would have been able to have access to medical records, and I would have been able to be at his funeral. And I just there's things you can do. There's legal steps you can take. You can have a will, a power of attorney, but a lot of that can also be contested by your partner's family, and just marriage is not only the ultimate commitment, but there's so much that comes along with that. Just so many protections that you can't really get without just being married.
That's very true. It's because it's a legal document,
Right.
As a reverend, they need to go down to City Hall and they got to take out the papers,
Right.
Whatever it is, $25 or whatever. That's the
right.
deal.
Right. Yeah, and I've actually read online, and I've heard from people that to have all the documents prepared, you spend thousands of dollars. I think the average is about like $10,000 just to try to make it like equivalent to the rights that you get with marriage.
Really?
But a marriage license is under $100.
Yes.
So
right.
Yeah.
Well, I think you I think you're doing the right thing. I think that the world will be a better place for you sharing this experience and this love that you have and everything that goes along with it.
Thank you.
And I can see why you've been so much viewed by so many people. I did watch the video. It's a very, very powerful video, very well done in addition, professionally speaking. And, this is an important issue. And as your last slide says, equal rights, this is very important stuff for people.
Right. Well, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to share the story. And, I hope that people go to Kickstarter.com and they look up Bridegroom, because I would, I'd be honored for anyone that wants to be a part of this to join us.
Okay, so today is actually July 6th. You have 12 days left from this point on, and we need to get the monies into a good position here, so you're able to move it forward. So best of luck. Let me ask you one last question, Shane.
Yes.
So then, what's good news for you?
The good news for me is that there's so many things that come to my head right now that's good. I just have to say that like you said, that love is love, and I am just surrounded by it right now, and just for everyone to remember that love is love, and to remember that you never know what can happen. So we're here. We've got to live in the moment and just make each day count.
Beautifully said. Shane, thank you very much for sharing good news with us.
Thank you so much for having me, Paul.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.